juice box. Junkie juice box. Mother lover, you gon' love this. Graduated from a rebel to a revolutionary in my area, they love this. I'm a wreck it like I'm revving the engine. Heaven's ascension, every dimension, give me attention. Look at my soul, look at my heart, look at my hope. Got the world on my back, but I carry it though. Tell him God got my hand, I ain't letting it go. I came from the side of the ocean.
Ron's cooking.
Yeah. So what's going on now? What's on your mind?
So, the state shut down. The whole state.
You just heard?
Yeah.
What's your opinion? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, well,
Bullshit.
really hasn't changed much of what I do on a day-to-day. Because I'm not going out of the state. But if I wasn't a part of the military, then I'd be like, well, shit, no, I can't, like, go travel. Because right now, I believe is the perfect time to go travel. Like, go do the things you've been wanting to do. We have so much time off.
Yeah. It's I was thinking about going back to Ohio because it was like $50-$60 round trip. I was like,
Yeah, go to Seattle. It's the same price.
yeah. But Seattle's where all the shit's going off at, man.
It's actually grown over in more New York. We have more cases in Arizona than Washington now.
Yeah.
Oh snap! We have a new podcast member. You got.
Was that my induction?
Yeah. You can introduce yourself, man, if you want to.
Okay. My name is Fabio.
All right, Fabio.
Yeah.
I'm Jim Bean.
Yeah. Both you guys got your fucking
Jim Bean.
your
What's
alternative
that story?
personalities.
What's the story behind Jim Bean?
I'm just Jim Bean.
But why?
That's it.
All right. All right.
Wait, are you from Washington too, or?
Nah, I'm from California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What part?
Sacramento.
Damn.
Yeah, fun to visit, never to live.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I'll ever visit.
I call it California. It's a garbage state.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember why I call myself Jim Bean. Because when we first started doing these podcasts, I really hit on some like crazy subjects. That were, like,
Jim Beam over there was wilding out, to say the least.
Well, hit one of them again.
No.
I don't even know what, like we were talking about.
It could have came off as sexist or racist.
He was just talking. He was talking nonsense. Nonsense. So it's best he. I don't think the people even still know your name.
No, I don't.
Your name?
I could be wrong. What was it like growing up in Sacramento, man?
It was very green. It's a city of trees. It was
Different?
not really.
What brought you here?
School.
So you went to ASU or
GCU.
GCU?
Yeah. Still do, but took a semester off because it was expensive.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you going to? How much longer you got?
One semester. So I'll be done at the end of the summer.
That's what's up, man. What are you doing?
Double major, biochemistry, biology, pre-med with 3 minors.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Fabio's
So how the
got
fuck
a
did you
career.
two goons meet?
Work buddies?
Yeah.
Jim Bean and Fabio.
Yeah. Fucking dynamic duo. Like work in.
Shit. I don't know how to explain it.
What the fuck you mean you don't know how to explain it?
Mutual friends. He has a friend that works at the staging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we just kind of connected. We were at a party one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of, we gotta have it. Well, never mind. Cause this shit's real, I guess. I was talking about like having a housewarming party, but not looking like any time in the fucking future right now.
Nope.
Oh, I thought he said my name. Did you say my name? No. Oh. Yeah, man. So, mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? So, how long have you been in Arizona?
Just about 4 years. Yeah.
What's your? Do you plan on staying here, going somewhere else, or what's your plan after school? I guess is the
take
question.
a fat fucking break.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
That's what I would encourage anybody to do, man. Just like travel.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably take a couple years. Probably just a year, and then I'll go for my master's at ASU. Just see where that leads me.
In what?
I don't know yet. Epidemiology or healthcare administration.
What is that? Like skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Study the skin.
What's like the end goal here? Are you trying to
Surgery.
Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna take, at least 15 more years.
You guys can relate in your dramas and your gore and violence films.
What's your favorite TV show?
TV show? Like all time?
Give me top 3.
Oh man, I'll just say shit right now. I'll do now and then I'll do like 3 like back then. But now, shit, man. Probably Power is definitely up there. Narcos was cool till like till they did the one on the Cali cartel. That shit kind of fell off. But then when they did it on Mexico, that shit was dope.
I've seen a couple of those, but
yeah. Damn, I don't know. Bloodline's a good ass show.
Dramas. What's your favorite drama?
Drama. Like, give me an example of a drama.
Well, my 2 favorite are Grey's Anatomy is a long time favorite for sure. I'm a bitch like that.
Yo, have you seen that show, Good Doctor?
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
Really?
No, it's unrealistic. Who lets an high functioning autistic dude treat patients? I'm sorry, that's just not. That he literally.
Ron's on. Live.
Well, yeah, but like, okay, so this guy, like episode 2, he walks into this room and he looks at this lady. He goes, "You have 2 months to live," and then he turns around and walks out. I'm like, shit, no, he'd be fired on the spot. That's not cool. Like,
yeah,
when you have no filter like that, you can't be in healthcare.
Right. But it's a TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen the show? Oh yeah.
I'm not saying he's not smart or anything. He just lacks like the social skills for it.
Yeah.
Because you have to be.
But sometimes people just need to be told straight up.
I mean.
Beating around the bush.
Yeah, and with like that, like if yeah.
You have an opportunity. You have 2% of an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like keep going down, and then it's like, oh, motherfucker, you dead now. After they rape you for $500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good show. They just kind of lost me on the concept. Like the chief of surgery was like trying to protect him and all that. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I would agree with Ron just because they're trying to bring something like an issue that's been going on to the forefront. It's kind of like just when you watch a show nowadays, you like there's not a show where you won't see like even this show that's fucking playing right now. Like you won't see like lesbians or gay or just like different races together and shit like that. Like they're just trying to bring that all together. That's
I think the concept was there, but it was in the wrong environment.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I mean even like the surgeries and shit that they do like ain't even like realistic. I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Like. But I don't know. It's cool.
It's just a lot of blood. All I see is a scalpel going into something, and I'm like, nah.
Now, see, Grey's Anatomy has really, really fucking awesome surgery scenes. So.
Like
I can get into that show.
Really accurate, yeah.
Okay.
It gets better as like
Dude, one show that show with the cat who's the good doctor, that Bates Motel.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Yeah, he was in Bates.
Bro,
yeah.
that show was good though.
Isn't that like young Norman Bates? Isn't that that story?
Yeah, Norman Bates.
I've seen a few of those.
Norma and Norman Bates. Yeah. Fucking crazy. Yeah, that's a good show. What's your favorite shows?
I feel
What's
like I need
top
to
3?
like broaden my horizons. You ever see This Is Us?
This Is Us.
I think it's on NBC. I want to say.
What's it about?
It just follows the story of a family. It's really fucking depressing, but man, I love it.
You got to give a bit more explanation to that. You got me hooked a little bit on it.
I got you hooked a little bit on it?
Yeah.
So it's like it follows the story of 3 triplets, and the story jumps from like past to present to future to future to future. So there's like 5 or 6 layers on top of each other. But it's 2 siblings and then an adopted third, and they grow up together, and just like their story, you get to see their kids and then their kids' kids, and then.
Oh, okay. Are you big into like production and shit and like film, or you just
not really,
just from afar, just kind of just kind of like into.
No, just
I couldn't tell just by how you were like talking about it.
Yeah,
I was just curious.
Character development is stellar.
Yeah. Well, so This Is Us, and then what?
What's something? I used to be really into The Flash. Not into that anymore. It's like the fucking Death. So you know how like Star Wars, the Death Star just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I really never watched Star Wars.
Oh man,
I can honestly say that I never watched it.
No, The Flash was the same. It was like someone was just faster the next season, and then there was someone that was faster the next season.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like I don't know, it just got monotonous.
They didn't know what to do with the story.
Mm-mm.
They're like, okay, what's
No, he just kept beating other speedsters, I guess. But
What about you over there, Jim Beam?
I really I like the classics, like that 70s show.
I think we might have talked about this before then. Yeah,
I got into the ranch. My father was in the ranch, and it's just like that dry comedy.
Is that the Ashton Kutcher one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I couldn't really get into that show, man.
No?
Nah.
It's very dry comedy, and you have to have a certain type of personality to like it.
Yeah.
See, other than like just like goofy TV shows, a serious show, I enjoyed Breaking Bad a lot, and
Breaking Bad was good. Who was your favorite character in Breaking Bad?
I really enjoyed the lawyer.
Oh, you like Saw? Saw good, bro. Have you seen that show? I
haven't seen the new one. No,
dude. They got like it's Jimmy. It's Jimmy Goodman, like before he becomes Saw or whatever. I don't think it's Jimmy Goodman.
Like the Saw movies? Like
No, Saw. Like like It's All Good, Man. Is why he changed his. Yeah, it's just it's a good show.
I was like, wait a minute. If there's a TV show that leads into Saw, I need to see that.
Oh, no.
I freaking love those.
Yeah, that is another movie that just went out of control.
9
like
movies.
7, yeah.
9.
There's 9 of them now, yeah.
Yeah, just leave it at 1, man.
Don't watch the 6th one. The 6th one's garbage.
Tried watching the 6th one. You're just so.
How would you rank? Do you think you could rank them?
I think
what's the best?
The 4th one is my favorite, and then the newest
Jesus.
the newest one's my second favorite.
Jesus, so you really watched all of them?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite game in Saw series?
The opening for the newest one had so they all were wearing like bucket helmets, and there was a chain pulling them to the wall, and there was a saw like spinning. So they had to, I forget what the game was, but it was like, I don't know, it was the most entertaining, but they were like pulled towards the wall as they had to like finish this game. And you see these people get decapitated. It was really cool. Yeah.
You guys remember like Final Destination and shit like that?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a movie called Zero?
Mm-mm.
Zero, no.
What's that about?
Yes. It's just about these, let me get over here.
Yeah, can you hear yourself? Is your... Yeah, I feel like we got full plugged in right there.
A little bit closer.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
But basically what they do is they'll have prisoners and they'll start them like in the middle of the cube. And inside of the cube, there's one big cube, but there's many cubes within the cube. And so like if you go and pick the wrong spot, you may go into something and you might just be standing there and it might just slice you in half. Or you might get fried, or you might have some gas come out of somewhere, and you know what I'm saying, you start melting. You be like, what the like this shit's crazy. It's ridiculous.
1,000 Ways to Die. You guys got into that show?
Yeah, they shot the fucking bullet, and the bullet came down and fucking killed somebody. Like that was like that had me fucked up for a few days actually. Yeah, all those are true.
It's fucked up.
Well, no, not all of them. Like a dude choked on a fish because
a lot of them are.
You saying there's not a dude that choked on a fish before? Come on, man.
You see all those people about the
we got people
cinnamon.
Yeah, we got Tide Pods. That dude was almost fucking died on orange juice, bro. That shit was crazy. Huh? Hey, you know.
I gotta hear that.
Oh yeah. I'll show you the video. I'll try to pull it up. You guys keep talking. This dude, cause you gotta see this shit. It was really just the dude that did it. He was funny.
He knows
God damn it!
It was just enjoying to see how many ways you could possibly die.
Yeah.
I guess you found enjoyment in that. Impractical Jokers, one of my favorite series.
Yeah, that was a good one.
4 friends.
Doing shit. It's 4.
Yeah, just play this in the mic. Actually, you might start it over.
As you can tell, got to be a dummy today. Anyway, I got me some orange juice. I'm gonna do
Orange.
Smell like.
Orange, dude.
throw up a bad idea. So let's give it a shot here. We got old clear glass here. I don't have measuring cups, and a lot of people use mason jars and call it a measuring cup. This right here,
Ron sent this shit to me, and I didn't really know what to expect, and then I was just like, oh my god.
Oh, I've seen this.
Well, you ain't got to worry about me doing no other. I'm gonna get thing on my.
Oh man, I have seen that before.
Yeah. Did you guys ever do the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Actually, I never did it.
I was very unsuccessful.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done on a bet or a dare? Because I have a pretty good one.
Share it.
No, you go first. No, you go first. I'll go second. Because you're gonna judge me for that one, for sure.
On a bet. So I just lost a bet and had to do some dumb shit.
Well,
I got one.
Well, my definition is, for some stupid reason, because I'm a guy, if someone says bet, I'll do it as long as it doesn't hurt somebody or like cost money.
Usually all it takes is getting called a pussy or something. And
Pretty
then I
much,
do the
yeah.
bet,
So I've done some pretty radical things. So what do you got?
Oh man, I don't know. I would have to think way back. There's probably some dumb shit like middle school, high school. I was gonna say how them Killlifters going, man.
Good.
Yeah, they should give us a sponsor.
Shout out to Killlifters.
I don't know. I'll think on it, but share yours. Share yours. No, this is a judgment-free zone.
Nah, Jim Beam, go.
Okay. I mean, I once got dared to do I got into backflips, and I once got dared to do a backflip off of the, off of a roof. Like, it was like 3 times as tall as me.
But did you hurt yourself? Or?
No, I was lucky. I damn near did, but.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of did something similar. Not a backflip. I just jumped off the roof, and I can't swim, and yeah, that wasn't really the best.
No.
But
Nice.
yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
Just waiting for mine, huh? Oh man.
Because you said it was a good story.
All right. Don't judge me. I got my nipples pierced.
Oh.
On a bet.
Do you still have them pierced?
You bet your tits. That I do.
What the fuck was the bet, man?
Bet you won't get your nipples pierced.
Were you drunk or anything?
No. I was driving one day and I had my 3 girlfriends in the back, and they said, "Bet you won't get your nipples pierced." And I said, "You're right. That costs a lot of money." And they go, "Well, we'll split it 3 ways." And I went, "All right." So I went and got my nipples pierced.
Damn, man.
And they're laughing at me the whole time. It was great.
Yeah, that's pretty painful out here.
Not really. It was like a split second.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, my homie got his pierced one time, and I was just like, oh.
Honestly, not gonna lie, they're kind of fun.
Yeah.
I got sensitive nips, and that's not gonna fly.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know. It would like heighten the sensitivity, like 10 to 20 for sure.
Oh man, I don't know.
Now I sound like a freak. Hi. I'm Fabio.
Nah, man, it's all good. It's all good. What? So, are you just going to school? Are you working? Or?
I work as a neurology assistant.
Oh, so yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Getting that foot in the door and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I work in private practice for now, and then I Uber, just kind of whenever I want.
Mm-hmm. What's your opinion on Uber?
Worst job in the world. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. I've had people spill things in my car, spit on me, punch me, key my car. Name it, they've done it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You told me that story. That's a pretty good story.
Yeah. Some guy left his laptop in my car once and accused me of trying to steal it, and then he keyed my car. So.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What? So tell us a wild story based off of Uber and one night.
Well, that's probably the craziest one in terms of like how they've reacted. But I dropped him off, turned around, heard something slide in my back seat, and I saw the laptop. So I turned immediately back around, and he's like,
"Oh, he didn't even like call you."
Well, so he was
didn't
like,
have to call you or nothing.
He was pacing in front of the QT on his phone. He was leaving me a message at the time, which I can play for you.
Yeah.
But
this is some shit right
why
here.
are you still?
Well,
Jesus,
I rolled down my window, the passenger
Holy
window, and
shit.
I said, "Hey, dude, you left your laptop in my car." And he came up, snatched it from me, said, "Fuck you," and then keyed my car and walked away. And I was just kind of stunned. I didn't know what to do. So I called Uber and they blacklisted him from the app. But here's the voicemail.
Can you imagine that? I can't get it. I can't get an Uber.
Now listen to this. Oh shit. My bad.
It's all good.
Hey, you need to come back. I have my laptop in there, and if I swear if you stole it and left on purpose, I'm gonna fucking find you and beat your ass.
Like, I'm sorry. I left my laptop in your car. If you stole, like, I'm sorry. You left it?
Yeah, he contradicts himself like 100% there.
Yeah, no, that was. Yeah.
Wow.
I had a mother and son fist fought in my car once.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I've seen like similar. I used to work at a bar and I seen like a father and son get into it and it was just. Yeah. Can you Uber? Can you Uber right now with the shit going on?
Yeah, I could turn it on right now, but I won't.
You don't know what type of people are out there right now.
Right, yeah.
Well, I don't care if people cough on me and shit. Like, if I die, I die. But you know, I drove all weekend this last weekend, on a decent chunk of the weekend, and I made $40. So,
Jesus,
five trips. That was on Sunday.
So what makes you like wake up? Well, not like wake up, but just like you just be chilling, then you're like, I'm gonna Uber.
Okay, so I Uber on the weekends. Sorry, puberty's fun. I Uber on the weekends just because
oh, this dude's funny, man.
It keeps me sober on the weekends. Like, I'd much rather go out and make $200 than go out and spend $100. You know. So,
yeah, definitely. And the weekends where you lose it all. So
yeah. Well, and like if I pick somebody up, they throw up in my car. I make $150 just because they threw up, and I'll clean it up on my own and keep
like
driving.
Crossing your fingers as someone
yeah, you're kind of hoping.
Now, yeah. First few times I was pissed, but
what's your Uber rating?
I don't even know.
Let's pull it up, man.
Yes.
Yo, mine's a 4.8, man.
Ooh, you Uber?
No, I'm like as a customer, you have a rating.
4.80?
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty low.
I didn't know they rate customers.
I'm fucking pissed, man. Like, what happened to my like, what the fuck? And I can't go back and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who?
Ouch.
You know?
All right. So
that's, like, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
So I've been driving for 8 months. I've done 2,252 trips, and I have a 4.88 rating.
There you go. That's what's up.
Oh, okay.
The comments are the best. Oh, man.
You got a good comment on there?
Well, I'll just read a few. Loved his taste in music. Great drive. Great Uber driver with great political views. He was excellent.
So great Uber driver because he agreed with me.
The ones are the best. Like if I pick up on a Friday night, the girls in Tempe wearing tube tops and the boyfriend shorts. I always get let me find a few. Sorry, I get a lot of these.
No, you good, man.
It's
very entertaining, yeah.
Very attractive and interesting driver. Super cute. Great conversation. Really attractive.
They let like anybody can see this shit.
This one kills me. Thanks, Seth. I tried to tip, but it wouldn't let me. Thank you though. I'm sorry. Your thank you means nothing compared to $5, but
Well, but so how long you been doing that? 250 is a decent amount.
Since June.
Yeah. And just on the weekends. That's cool.
I used to do it a lot more, but now I just do it on the weekends since I got this job.
So what happened with the mother and son though? Like, did cops get involved or?
Not that I know of. I pulled up to a bar, and apparently the son was trying to like defend his mom from some dude hitting on her at the bar. And
mom was trying to get it in.
No, she she could hold her own, but the son kept stepping in, like back off from my mom. So when I picked him up, they were like yelling at this guy in the car, and they're getting heated, and they finally get in. And the mom's like, I can fucking defend myself. And the son's like, no, you're my mom. And then they literally started fist fighting in my back seat.
Oh, shit.
But they were wasted. So I just kept driving.
What? Just to, I want to try to understand like the demographic. Where did you pick them up at?
I think it was in Chandler. Yeah, so it was like, they were like trailer trashy white people for sure. But
oh shit, that's crazy.
You need a back window to roll up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like a little limo driver. Yeah. That isn't a bad idea.
What?
That is not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you own your car? Or do you?
Oh, I own
Because
it, yeah.
you can lease it through them and shit, right?
Yeah, but it's like $200 a week.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not really like a.
Yeah.
I seen. I think it was when Uber was getting a whole bunch of backlash because from the employees and shit. I've seen that they did that program where you can like lease through them or whatever. But
It's just not lucrative. Like, if I drive 40 hours in a week, I could make about $1,200 for 40 hours. But it's just not worth it if you lease a car. You know, 200.
Then you're just putting the miles on it. Then you it's just.
Well, then you spend what 150 in gas, and then
That reminds me of the time when I made best fucking friends with my Uber driver. First time coming into Arizona. Picked me up my dad got me in a ride. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get you a Tesla. You know, I want you to go to your new place in a comfort vehicle. And I was like, cool. So I get
You could do that? You can just like pick the car and shit?
Yeah, you can pick the car if you want.
Yeah.
And so these doors, they fly open. It's freaking sweet. The whole roof, you can look straight up and you can see the sky. It's a giant ass window on there. It's a nice ride. And so I had a conversation about the Uber driver. I was like, yeah, man, I run my own YouTube channel. And I do all this. I do music and stuff, music videos. And he got like super excited. He's like, oh man, you think we can like, you know, shoot a music video? I was like, yeah. And in the back of my head, I'm like, free rides? All right. So we go out to this Indian reservation. This is the song Forest Fire.
Yo, hold up. He just like dropped everything and was like, I'm shooting this music
he
video.
He dropped everything. He gotta shoot this music video.
Okay. Jesus.
It was like a couple days later, I'm just like hanging out with the guy. And then, we go out to this Indian reservation, and I got my drone out, and he's got his car, and we're shooting all these shots, and we find this old building. That's the first scene in Forest Fire on Simple Stride on YouTube. And, it kind of goes down. We're out there for a little while, and then we're going to do a couple more. We're going to do the whole music video out in that field on this Indian reservation. And as we're, like, getting the drone set up, it takes a little while to get in the air. A police officer shows up.
Did he join you in the video?
It would have been so dope if he would, but he
shut it down.
He's ended up, he was like, man, you guys have to get off of this property.
Yeah. Well, you're flying drones on a fucking Indian reservation.
We didn't know it was an Indian reservation.
What the fuck do you mean?
Ass sign outside.
I guarantee there was some sort of sign that you fucking
Is that
passed,
a law?
dog.
You can't drone?
No, well, I'm just saying like that. I guarantee those people. That's just not how they get. They ain't gonna be cool with that.
It was an old building that looked like it's about to fall apart if you touched it.
Yeah.
So that's what we wanted to shoot, and that's what we got. We got that footage. It was pretty dope.
You and your Uber driver?
Me and my own Uber driver. And his car is in the video.
Oh, in the Tesla.
The Tesla.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. How was the Tesla? What's your guys' opinion on Teslas?
It's free gas. I mean, it's a great profit. Like you buy, you go to charging stations and you don't have to spend a single cent.
They got like affordable ones now, like 30. What are they, like 30,000? Or did that model ever come through? Or I can't really keep up with that.
I think the cheapest one I've seen is like 42,000.
Yeah.
And he makes so much money because he doesn't have to spend money in gas, and so he drives constantly. He told me he drove for 3 days straight, and he made like $2,000.
Well, so I only drive Uber X, but Uber Comfort you make about double what you make Uber X.
Yeah, it definitely depends on your vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Oh, so that makes sense because I remember seeing the other day when you stopped by.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember.
Yeah, I drive a Kia, so it's just nice, but it doesn't qualify for comfort.
It kind of puts you on a scale. You're like, well, shit, I need to.
Yeah.
I feel the.
Like, how am I feeling?
Well, it's an investment.
Who am I
for
with?
sure.
How am I feeling? You know? That's true. That's true. What's your opinion on everything going on currently? I think we've all shared ours.
With the virus?
Yeah, on here, but I think it's good to get somebody else's opinion.
I think I don't want to say it's blown out of proportion because I don't think it's blown out of proportion, but I think people are freaking out unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you live with your son and he has, you know, horrific asthma or a lung condition, you know, I get that, but like I'm still living life. I'm still gonna go out and do things and be around people. Like I'm clearly not social distancing. I hate that phrase. I think that's so stupid.
Yeah, dude, I was telling. Go ahead.
I'm gonna add on that social distancing. They really hit on that strong in the military, like really strong. It's like it's only for a public view though, and then also the gas stations. You've noticed those yellow and black lines that they draw on the gas stations. Every single one, social distancing is huge, and people are. Really,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, if you go to QT across the street, right? They now have tapes of yellow and black. It's caution tape.
On what?
To space you out. to keep you away
Where?
from people in the gas stations.
Like
In the
separating the different pumps. Like you can't get,
Are you serious?
Yeah. And in the
Did they have it
stores.
at? We went to Circle K today.
Yeah, they did.
Did they have it? Oh, inside. They got it inside.
Yeah, they got it inside.
Wow.
So you got to be like 6 feet away from the person that you're next to while you're standing in line.
Well, it's funny because people are saying, it's transferred a lot through gas pumps. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to walk up to the gas pump, wipe it 4 times with Lysol wipes, and then pump my gas. Like, no, I'm going to.
And you're just going to be carrying around these wipes? Or is
No.
all these places going to have wipes? Or, like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just going to live life. And, if I get it, I get it.
Yeah,
I think
gotta
a lot
be
of
honest,
people are.
I didn't even know that the social distancing thing was, like, real until, like, a week or two ago. My homie sent me a snap, and he was, like, partying. And, like, in it said, like, social distancing. And I just thought it was funny. Like, I thought he was just, like, talking shit about the fucking virus and shit. Because he said that, but then, like, there was just hella people around him. And then I think it was, like, the next day, I saw that was, like, actually a fucking, like a term being used. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, the term itself just sounds stupid. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought the whole virus was a joke. Like, I thought it was like, the coronavirus. It was because like Coronas.
Yeah.
Beer. And I was like.
I was going to say, because I think when you came back from India was when it, like, kind of blew up.
Well, it was starting to.
Yeah, because we seen the memes with the Corona,
yeah,
like in
and
the
I was
Bud
like,
Light and shit.
oh,
And
no.
yeah,
You
I
didn't think
remember.
twice on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I don't know.
But
It's
apparently, I've heard that there in Italy, people are dying by.
Oh shit! Jesus, my bad. Yeah.
In Italy, people are dying by the truckloads.
Yeah. Well, so what they don't talk about, though, is that this broke out in China, and then it went to Italy. But what they don't talk about is 62% of Chinese people smoke, and a decent amount of Italian people smoke too. So they talk about the
That's
death
just
rate.
a part of the culture. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they're saying the death rate's 3 or 4% in China and in Italy, but most of them have lung disease or like they're already compromised.
They already have some
And
sort
it
of.
attacks the lungs, apparently.
Yeah, it attacks the respiratory system, but like but so they say like the global death rate is 2%, which is technically true, but that's excluding all the people that aren't diagnosed. So like you could have it right now, and it has an incubation period of up to 14 days. So it's like you could have it for 2 weeks and then never show a symptom, and it goes away.
So I was reading something too.
Hop on, bro.
Hop on.
Come on, man. Don't be scared. Don't be shy.
Here's a feature. I was reading today somewhere that
Kurt.
they are now including like if you get stabbed or shot, and if any sign of anything hops up in like your death or whatever, it's already going to be counted as a
Counted
as a
As a-
coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Like
You could
if-
get shot to death, and they'll
just
add it
say
to the
yeah,
stats. Wow.
because that's how fucking petty
Yeah.
the media is. And
So
I'm out.
realistically, it's like less than 0.1%.
Fake
like,
ass.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching the numbers. I was at my homie's house and I was watching the numbers, and I saw like the deaths, and then I saw like the cases that it actually was, and I was like, yo, that's not even. Yeah, it's not even. But people are just. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. That's just.
Dude, more
This
people's die annually from hippos than this virus. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
People
that's
die
crazy.
more than by vending machines.
yeah. People die more from hammers or saws or. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's way out of proportion. I don't think our whole economy should have shut down, and like
Especially the States. I think.
I'm just curious, like how are you gonna recover from this? You know.
Oh, we'll recover.
it'll take a year or two.
Yeah. For some dumb shit like
Yeah,
this.
for some
Like,
dumb
this
shit.
is just crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
I feel like people ain't even like thinking like that. Like they're
Yeah.
just like, there's like, oh, I can't do nothing.
Did you see that Trump signed the relief bill?
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
day?
Me and Kurt were just talking about
Yeah.
that.
I'm excited for that.
Well, yeah. So it's $1,200, but today they just enacted new legislation to triple that for each American.
Triple.
Oh,
it.
really? Today?
Today.
Yeah. So
Because they
what-
signed it Friday, right? They completed
Yeah.
it. It went through Senate Wednesday.
So
then
they approved like what 2.7 trillion or something like that.
yeah, 2 point. I think it was.
Oh.
Something
What was it
that.
like? 2.1.
Were we still taking this from
2.1.
China?
Yeah, yeah.
We're still taking this from China because we're already in debt.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's money we're printing and it's coming right out of our ass.
Inflation.
Yeah. Exactly.
Inflation's gonna.
Hey, this shit crazy, dog.
Yeah,
This
but
shit's
the
crazy.
new bill I was reading about this morning will triple that, so we'd each get like almost $4,000.
That's terrible. I would rather stick with the 1,200.
I mean,
Nah, man, fuck it.
I need a laptop, so I'm just saying.
You buy that laptop quick. Like they're gonna jump those prices.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I need a laptop too.
I'm telling you, man, buy one of mine.
I'm down.
But
college.
you don't want some expensive ass.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. College isn't
hop
fun.
on, Kurt.
Damn it! Stop talking in a distance.
Yeah, man.
You ain't gonna
Social
show up on the pod.
So Kurt feels that college ain't even worth it. That's what he said.
I think college is a scam for sure. But if you go into college for art or dance or something stupid like that, it's a waste.
Kurt was talking about communications the other day.
Communications is a waste.
Arts as in what?
Any art. Like, I'm a musician, but going in for music, I think is a waste of time. It's a waste of money.
Not as an audio engineer. Audio engineer is an art.
Well, it depends. Like, if your field is lucrative and has money, like if you're going in for engineering or science or any of the STEMs or.
Well, I mean, you're saying like art, and so you're just learning
I
about like the fucking history of music or some shit.
like,
it's gonna be tough to it's gonna be tough to like get your money back.
Yeah. Well, they get their gender studies degree and then they get out of college and they're like, well, shit, I have $110,000 in debt and I can't pay it off, and then they blame the government. I'm like, dude, no, you made the choice. You could have gone to trade school.
Yeah. That was one of my worst
else.
regrets, man. Taking a women's gender studies class.
Yeah.
Just thinking it was gonna be awesome and just leaving the class pissed every single day.
What did you want to do from the start? Like, what was your intention? I know that everyone has something in mind from the start. I wanted to be a marine biologist from the start, and that's why I started studying until I went into music. But what about you two?
I guess mine was like guidance counseling and shit. Possibly like physical therapy, but fuck all that.
That's technically what you're doing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. You actually set out to go do something. Now you're doing it.
Yeah. That was just funny how you said that, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the degree is like as education, but it's just like, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do, so it's all. Yeah. Tomato. What was yours? Or is yours? How old are you?
21.
21.
So I've always known I wanted to do biology, but I went into college and I was set to graduate in 2.5 years. So I actually added on another major and then 3 minors, just so it would last 4 years. And here I am doing.
Did you take hella classes in high school?
Yeah, I took 1.5 years worth of college classes in high school.
Jeez.
So.
Yeah, that's. I'm definitely gonna push that on my kids, man.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it, but
just yeah. So there's no like time wasted.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have graduated in 2.5 years anyway. That's just,
graduating
when you're like,
doing,
well, when you're like 19 and you graduate, that's just, you're not ready. You're not ready for life.
I mean, you could be.
But I wasn't. When I was 19, I was fucking depressed, and this just wasn't good. So.
I got my drinking out of 19.
You got what?
Like, like before hitting 21, it's like you're break 21. I was sick of drinking. It's like, I'm done. No.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't really even drink for real until I was like 21.
Yeah, I didn't have a drop of alcohol until I was 21. So.
I just never.
No one believes me, but
I'll tell you my first experience drinking. Out there on the back porch with my father, and I was like,
just woke up next to a guy or something, or?
Huh?
Huh?
No, he was he bought a bunch of alcohol. So I'm really buzzed.
You've had 2.
Dude, yeah.
I'm a lightweight, don't judge me.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, you are lightweight. I don't feel it. I've had 2.
I'm pretty buzzed.
I'm gonna get a 3rd.
But yeah, I was out there with my dad. All I remember of that night, and I think I had like a bunch of beer, a bunch of hard liquor, and rolling out in the yard, just laughing my ass off, and then I somehow wound up in a hammock, throwing up, and I was like, I'm never drinking again. And my dad came out on the back porch, he's laughing his ass off, and I was like, what are you laughing about? He was like, I said that when I was your age.
Right. Yeah. I don't know, man. What's your preference on alcohol?
In consideration. Drink in consideration. It's fun to get like really fucked up.
No. Like, what's your people got their DLCs, man. Their drinks of choice.
Oh.
Or drugs of choice.
My choice liquor would be coconut rum because it brings me a
Malibu?
Yes. it brings me a good memory of when I went to Seven Brothers. It was like 7 lakes, and it was a 20-mile hike. So much fun.
Is it but it was a restaurant on the mountain or something?
No.
Oh my God.
It wasn't a restaurant. It was a camping trip.
Oh, okay.
And it was like a 3-day thing, and it was with all my buddies. Yeah, I ended up falling out of a hammock that was like 10 feet in the air. That was fun.
Jesus,
all fucked
bro.
up. It was great. And then as for like beer of choice, so you got coconut rum, and then you have
Yeah, no, I thought that was a strange choice, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
it's sweet. I mean, you can drink it standalone. You don't have to mix it with anything, so it was easy packing. Roll it up in a sleeping bag.
I got no idea what the fuck just happened, but yeah, go on. Jesus.
So a beer, I started drinking like Guinness, like really, really dark beers, because it reminded me of the taste of coffee, because I liked coffee a lot. But then Modelo caught my attention. Mexican beers, El Suckies.
Oh, what? Yo,
Dos Equis?
yeah, bro. Oh my God.
You say
this
El
motherfucker,
Sakis?
bro. Yeah, no, cause dog, this dude made me look like a fucking fool at the gas station, bro. Because of what just happened. That he don't know how to pronounce the fucking whatever it's called, man. Dog, I went to the thing. What are they're called? Al Capones. I asked him before. I fucking asked this motherfucker before I left. I was like, yo, what are those cigars that you be smoking all the time? What are they called? He told me El Cabarones. So I'm like, cool. This motherfucker smokes them all the time. He must know what the fuck they're called. I go to the gas station and I'm like, yo, you got any like El Cabarones? And this dude looks at me like, oh, like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I never heard of that. He's like, I got these, and shows me Al Capone. And I was like, nah, that's not it. That's not it.
It's your dyslexia.
Yeah. And then I think, what was it, like the next day he comes back with the Al Capones, and I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy.
No, so mispronouncing beers. I served tables when I was a bartender for a few years.
It's fun, man.
It's fun.
You should get back into it.
No, hell no. Fuck that. But one of the funniest moments was this kid. He was probably 21, 22. He was our age. He's sitting at the table and he goes, yeah, can I get a 16-ounce Dosks? And I went, what? And he goes, Dosks. And I went, you mean Dos Equis? He said Dosks.
Yeah. You're like, are you? Should I serve you?
That was one of the funniest moments.
Yeah. Damn.
I should tag in for a second.
Where'd you bartend at? Like around here, or back home? Or?
It was at Black Angus Steakhouse.
I'll be right back.
I don't know.
It's over in Glendale. When I lived at GCU, I worked over there.
Black Angus. Yeah, I'm Joe Black.
Yeah, I worked at
GCU off like 27th ish area.
35th and Camelback.
Okay.
Yeah, right off of
I'm trying to
17.
think. You ever been to barbecues over there?
I've never been there, but that's about 2 minutes down the road from where I work.
Okay.
Like right around Castles and Coasters.
Yeah. Because I definitely feel like I've seen that place, but
yeah, it's crazy. So they have Bobby Q's is down the street, and then there's Longhorn Texas Roadhouse and Black Angus Steakhouse right next to each other.
Yeah.
And there's 2 other steakhouses across the freeway.
Why don't you want to get back into the bartending scene, man?
Have you ever served? Have you?
No. Just like the closest was just like bar backing, but
I'm just saying once you've done it, you know.
Yeah.
It's having to put up with all that is
I always found it so crazy because like whenever I worked at a bar, I've always met like somebody who's been bartending for like fucking like 10 plus years, and I'm like, yo, how the fuck do you do this?
Well, the money can be really good and it sucks people in. So I'd be working. My coworkers would be 50, 60 years old.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
And they have kids older than me, and I'm their coworker, and they're like, yeah, I've been doing this for 38 years, and I'm like, how? How?
Yeah. And that's funny that you said that too, because I feel like whenever I've had like a conversation with that person who's been there for that long, they always be like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like don't even.
Yeah, it sucks you in.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because so the restaurant culture is my first day of work ever at a restaurant. I was 16. and my boss came up to me at the end of my shift, and he asked me if I wanted to smoke a joint behind the restaurant. And I was like, sir, I'm 16. I'm a good Christian. Yeah. And, and so the cultures, they all, smoke together and they all sleep together. So like, Sarah would bring in her son, Jackson, and I was like, okay, is that Terrence's or Juan's? I don't like, but they all sleep together and they'll have kids together. And it's weird.
It's a crazy
Is
environment,
that a herd
man.
relationship, or what are we talking about right now?
Work relationships.
Work relationships.
Restaurant relationships.
Yeah, just the restaurant business in general is very.
That's a no right there.
Well, it's funny because they all they all saw me as like this glowing, like perfect vanilla dude. Because they're like, you never drank, you never smoked, like you go to a Christian university. Wow.
Honestly, I look up to that. Like, that is one of the most, like, the best things that a person can have. Is, like, never drink till they hit 21, at least probably only socially, and then never touched a cigarette, never smoked, never done tobacco. That is a rare gem to find.
Well, yeah, I remember my first day of work, I went up to the bar, and our bartender, David, I ran up to the bar, and I said, yo, what is in a martini? And he looked at me, and he laughed, and I was like, I am 17. I have no idea what. Is that funny?
I don't even know right now what the fuck is in a martini.
What's in a martini?
Vodka.
Is it just
That's it.
Yeah?
Is vodka? So you're just drinking vodka and you call it a martini?
So have you ever had a martini?
No.
So you basically shake it up with ice chips, get it all cold, and then you pour it in a martini glass, and then you can have it dirty, so you could put olive juice in it or whatever.
Okay.
But if you ever get the chips in there, like they call them floating ducks, because it's like little ice chips will get out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's your thoughts on a Bloody Mary?
Dude, Bloody Marys are fucking fire, man.
Spicier the better.
Oh God! Why would you spice up an alcoholic? Beverage.
Do you know how you spice it up? A Bloody Mary? Horseradish.
That sounds disgusting.
But it's so good.
But you never had it though. You gotta experience.
You tried mixing a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
Okay, you gotta
experience
work
the
into
shit.
it though, because you like beer. Start with a michelada.
Yeah.
And then work your way into a Bloody Mary.
And then
I don't know.
Or do you like mimosas and shit? You seem like a mimosa kind of guy.
I'll tell you the alcoholic drinks.
I said Malibu.
I had four mimosas yesterday.
Long Island iced teas.
Those are
really
fire.
to get me started, and then
shout out Applebee's.
Applebee's.
Dollar.
And through the rest
which
of the
we can't
night,
get no more.
My second drink, I only do 2 drinks. The rest of the night is, if I'm sticking to a hard liquor and no beer, would be a Moscow Mule. And a switch up between different types of Moscow Mules, because you have your standard and different countries.
Name one other mule besides Moscow.
That caught my attention too.
And rum and different Moscow Mules.
Okay.
Instead of just vodka. I mean, like different.
Yeah. Okay.
Countries use.
Because isn't it? It's literally just like vodka and fucking like ginger beer.
And lime.
It's basically like with a standard. What would the difference be? You said using rum and shit.
You can use rum, you can use tequila, you can use vodka, but he's right, it does depend by region, like country or.
And also the best part about a Moscow Mule is the copper cup, because it creates a chemical reaction with the alcohol and fizzes the I've never had a real Moscow Mule. Bartenders used to take shoes. Just to drink out of the copper cup. Yeah, you can keep the copper cup, which is worth a fuckload of money, but you'll be walking out without a shoe.
Yeah.
Or your ID. But they take shoes so they can catch you.
That's a fun fact, man.
Mm-hmm.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, bartending is not fun. Don't do it.
I want to be a bartender for a long while, actually.
Do it for like a month or two.
Yeah, I mean,
and then when it loses its novelty, quit.
But then you can.
I think everybody should have some sort of experience in the restaurant industry for sure. It'll change.
Yeah, well, people come in, and the thing that bothers me is tipping. Can I rant about tipping?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So
but first, have you been out of the country?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where?
I haven't been across the sea, but I've been Canada, Mexico.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
So I'm gonna preface it with, I know that other countries put gratuity in automatically. Mm-hmm. So I know when a lot of like Mexican immigrants come and they don't tip, it's because in Mexico they include it.
Yes.
So I recognize that, but I've heard from multiple people like, well, you chose this industry, so you should expect not to get tips. And I'm like, no, like you never know what a server's going through. So even if your server gives you crappy service, they could have 8 other tables that they're looking after, and they could be swamped, and 4 of those tables could have sent steaks back, and you never know what they're going through.
Yeah,
so
100%. That's why everybody should have some sort of experience in the fucking industry.
I always tip at least 20%.
Yeah.
Well, I always tip at least $10. That's my personal, because so I worked at a breakfast diner. I worked graveyard shifts, so I would get a lot of teenagers that would come in at 3-4 a.m. and they would get cheese fries and or a milkshake. So their bill would be like $4, and they'd leave me less than $1. They'd leave me like 40 cents.
Ooh.
So 20% in that instance, I'm like, no. So if I were to go to a breakfast diner and get a $4 shake, I leave them at least $10. Because they spend just as much time checking up on my table as that $80 table over there.
What's the biggest tip you've ever left?
That I've ever left?
Yeah, like
$100.
$100.
I left 100 once.
Yeah,
what made you want to leave a $100 bill? Fucking Benjamin Franklin just right on the table.
Well, okay, it really depends. That time, I don't remember.
Are you doing good with money, or did you like the serving?
So I have a soft spot for servers. So,
because you had the experience.
well, the story, I think it was my friend Molly's 20th birthday, and we were at dinner at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah.
But it was her, my friend Cameron, my friend Shelby, and me. So it was the 4 of us, and we're sitting there eating, and we split the check 2 ways. So Shelby paid for Molly, I paid for Cameron. And, I know my friends don't know how to tip. We're young. We don't know how to tip. But, if the server is sweet, has a good story, like she was a mom. I knew that. And she was busting her ass. I could see that too. I've been there. The most tables I've had at once is 16. I've had 16 tables at once. So I know what it's like to be completely swamped.
Yeah, just running around fucking crazy.
What was the initial difference about this particular server than the others?
I mean,
I feel like you might have just felt like you had to pick up for the rest of them in a way.
Yeah, that was kind of it. But I knew they would leave her $5 on 80. So
yeah. So you just kind of
So fun fact about me, I always keep $100 in my wallet, no matter what. So that's what I tipped her with, the 100 that I have in my wallet. But I always keep $100 cash at all times.
That's funny. My friend does that shit too. Yeah.
That's really good to do.
Just
you never know.
Just in case.
Yeah. Biggest tip I ever got was $250.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Some high ballers.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my biggest tip.
Oh God. Please elaborate.
Yeah. Please.
I gotta hear that.
And you got to be very careful with what you're saying.
Be very, very clear.
Yeah.
It was right before I was going to basic training.
Okay.
And we were in downtown Denver.
Shout out. Good place.
Yeah, good place. We went to a very fancy restaurant. Just me and my buddy. We just picking the first place on the street, and it happened to be one of those. Ended up ordering an appetizer. It's crab cakes. Honestly,
first mistake.
To this day, those crab cakes were the best fucking crab cakes I ever had in my life.
Oh, okay.
So it was really, really good, even just for an appetizer. It filled me up.
Well, the place is fancy when they serve an entree as an appetizer.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. When you join the military, money, you don't care about money. You're making a shitload of money, and you can't spend it on anything. So you're like, what do I do with it? Ended up leaving a $20 tip for this guy, and walked out of the restaurant. I was super happy, super excited to get started with basic training. The waiter, he actually ran out of the restaurant just to wave us down and say, hey, thank you. He really appreciated that. And I only spent $4 on those.
That's cool. So $20 on 4?
Yeah.
It's like what, 400% tip? You are the ones we love.
Yeah.
It's rare, especially on
So
people don't realize Ubering is a tip position too.
Yeah.
Like nobody
I think that's what when we were talking earlier. I think that's what the issue was. Uber, because Lyft was blowing up and took Uber's business basically, and then was like, Uber employees were mad because they couldn't get tipped and shit like that.
Well, Uber takes 60% anyway. So if you pay $20 for a ride, your driver only makes 7 or 8.
Wow.
So.
Okay. I have another topic about tipping. It's in that general convo.
Yeah.
But what about what do you guys do when you drive up, you see a homeless man holding this cardboard sign?
Oh.
Do you guys, what do you do in that situation?
So I never give money out. Never. I do 2 things on the road. If I see an accident, I pray. whoever's in the car, even if I'm Ubering, we pray for the accident always. If I see a homeless person and I somehow slow down next to him or I pull up next to him at an intersection, I'll roll down my window and offer to take them to McDonald's, because there's always a McDonald's within spitting distance, 99% of the time they say no, because all they want is the money.
Right.
But
Yeah, because
Just
they don't
to-
want the
just-
food, right? And
they don't need the food.
I'm gonna add just a little bit onto my story.
You're gonna go on a rant?
No. Well, when I eventually went out of that restaurant, I did have leftovers.
Yeah.
And when people were begging on the street, "Do you have any money? I'm hungry." I gave them food, but
Yeah.
I saw disappointment in their eyes and not excitement.
Exactly. Well, that's why, I have tons of friends that keep care packages in their car. They'll have like granola bars in a bag with a water bottle and a
just little
toothbrush.
shit,
Yeah.
That's
But,
cool. That's cool. That's cool shit, man. That shit. I don't really think.
But no, never hand out cash. Never.
'Cause you don't know what they're gonna spend it on.
Yeah, you never know. You could be feeding their drug addiction.
Yeah.
And you just don't know.
And then that could be their last day.
Yeah. Not saying that's the rule. Like, not all of them are drug addicts, but a majority of them are.
I went out on a social experiment. There was always a different person on the side of the street when I lived in Tempe, right? And every single day I passed, didn't look at him until finally I drove by, had my window down. He called out to me, and I just like kept driving. I'm like, shit. I was like, now I feel bad. But I'm gonna do something today that I've never done before. I packed up a bag full of food, full of granola bars, apples, oranges, juice, whatever, and I longboarded over there to have a legit conversation with this guy, as well as give him food to help him out. He was so fucking high off his mind, he couldn't make a sentence, and everything he said was gibberish.
Yeah.
And also I found out that he actually did have a place to stay. He was not homeless.
Yeah.
He was not.
There was some study. This was like years ago. I thought that it wasn't like if you were homeless you could make like 100,000, but it was like the money was kind of up there. Like
yeah,
if,
you
Yeah.
get some
For-
mad
for-
money being out there
for a
few
homeless
hours.
person.
If you
Like $20 to $30 an hour.
yeah, a lot of homeless people that claim to be homeless aren't homeless. They just go buy ratty clothes and make themselves dirty, and they go out and work these corners, but they can make six figures.
you could do all right.
They make a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
Like,
I do want to say something about the restaurant thing, because can't you I feel like people need to know that, like, say they don't tip, that you are then responsible for, like, because when you close out and shit, the waiter is then, like, in a way paying for their meal because of the tip thing, and especially in like big ass chains and shit.
Yeah.
Because they then have to, instead of like the restaurant owing them like the tip outs and all that shit, they then owe the restaurant in a way.
yeah.
So,
Well, so here's how it works. At the steakhouse, when you close out, I would usually sell around $2,000 worth of food every night that I worked. So realistically, at 20%, I should make $400, right? So say I only made $200 for that night, I only made 10% of that $2,000. So every night I would get that $200 in cash, but then I would have to tip out my bar back, the bartender, the runner, and the expediter. So in total, that's like $80. So I only walk home with 120.
Wait.
Yeah.
How much of that percentage that you make do you have to tip
So-
out to?
it varies like from restaurant to restaurant.
So traditionally, you get so it's based on sales. So
Yeah.
say I sell $200 or $2,000 worth of food, 2% goes to the busser. So that's already $40 that I have to tip my busser because he cleans my tables, fills drinks, whatever. And then 1% goes to the expediter, and then 0.5% goes to the runner and the bar back. So that's 40 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10. That's
In
$80.
case scenario-
Everybody eats, man. Everybody eats. It's not,
Yeah.
especially where you're at.
So when you tip, you're not just tipping the server. You're tipping the server, the bar back, the bartender, the busser. You're tipping everybody. You know.
Damn.
So people don't
People,
realize that.
people need. That's why I'm saying that people need, especially because I feel like it's such like a big part of like our culture, especially over here, just like eating out and doing all that shit. Like it's just be better. That's
Also,
all.
here's another thing. If you look better, like you got the jeans, right? You look good. You get tips better, right?
So so the restaurant I worked in, we had a bar area and then a restaurant area. So my manager would only hire the cute blonde girls to work in the bar. So they would have the low cut shirts, and they would make good money. But my uniform would be a black button up, roll up the sleeves, towel over the arm, black slacks. And, like really nice. So it's not like we were underdressed at all. Like we always looked great. But there would be nights when I'd sell $2,000 worth of food and I make $600.
More than that 20.
Yeah, and then
600 in one night.
600 in one night.
Wow.
The most I ever made in one night was $876. It was on Thanksgiving 2018.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Go on, splurge with that money.
I'm just okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Like you should do it. It's like a cool business to get into.
It's 2 weeks for me.
So Thanksgiving is the day to work, because at least in my restaurant and most restaurants I know of, they have everybody work all day. So you're there. You start at 9:30 a.m. and you're there till almost midnight. Yeah.
Well, like the day before is like the biggest, like, I would say, like, not national drinking like holiday. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because Black Friday, the Friday right before Thanksgiving, is always dead because everyone's out shopping. We get a little spike at the end of the night when people are done shopping, but Thanksgiving nobody wants to cook, so they come in, and at least my restaurant, we offered like a turkey dinner special for $29.99. Yeah. So we would have people. We'd have a 4-hour wait. It was insane. And so you'd have a 6-table section, which isn't a lot of tables, but one would stand up and leave. The bus would be right on it, and then you'd immediately get another table. So it was just turn and burn all fucking day. And $876 in one night.
That's
one day.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, you guys got any last words, man? I think this was a good one.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah. We'll have to have the homie on here again, man.
This is Fabio signing off.
It's been real.
Yeah,
it's been real.
All right.
It's been real. All right.
You good, Al?
Shout out to Kilt Lifter.
Our new sponsor.
4 Peaks.